Hey guys, Mike, another King Arthur Legends Rise video. I did the bonehead thing. How many of you were yelling at me yesterday? Don't do it! Don't do it! So I spent those 5,000 rubies on the artifact selector, or the relic selector, and then promptly they launched the event for using crystals, crystal consumption. So all these goodies over here for 5,000 I would already have in my pocket if I would have waited 3 hours probably. So learn from my mistake. Don't do what I did. If you're going to spend these crystals, I think we'd have another 10 days, or I forget how long that event's going on, or that sale is going on. But we had plenty of time for me to overlap these. Just a bonehead move. So I only have 3,500 rubies left. I guess they do call them crystals. They're red. I can go with the red crystals or ruby. I don't know. But hopefully we can get into some of these juicy rewards, but probably not as deep as we would have if I would have waited and spent the 5,000 that I just spent. So don't do what I did. Learn from my mistakes. So that being said, we did complete the Anya mission through Origin of Apolia, all the rewards through tier 10, and we're moving on to the Claudius mission that we're going to the Shrine of Storms. So we're making some headway there. We got another couple tiers, some juicy pulls to get out of there. But we do need to farm in there anyway to start getting our relics awakened, so that's going to be a good spot for me to spend some time. They did start this new event when they did the update with the crystal consumption, where you get these, I don't even know what they pranksters gift boxes. So I've gotten, I don't know, 30 of them or so. So we're going to open them up, see what you can get in there. And then they also launched this equipment enhancement. So as you enhance your equipment, you can get through and get some juicy rewards there, 4- and 5-star gear pieces, as well as some summons there. So I think that's definitely worthwhile, especially if you have gear to enhance anyway. You get 5 summons total and then a bunch of pieces of gear. Hopefully that'll better your account. So that's not too bad. So on the clan war here, this is actually a group mission. So when I did my 6, that was 6 of the 25. So the rest of my clan has come in for 47. We have a lot of work left to do. I'm not entirely sure what this even means and why we have 0. So I'm going to have to look into that. If you know, please drop in the comments below. As well as this one, upgrade allied defensive foothold. I'm not entirely sure why we have 0. I think we set defensive footholds in our entire castle, so I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully we get another wave of battles so we can start getting some of these rewards. My clan is not super active, unfortunately, so maybe we don't get anything. I don't know. We got this gold. We got the gold, so we'll take it. We need gold all the time. So we jump over into the item box. We got 35 of these prankster gift boxes. You just get them in various places throughout the game right now. You can earn them in basically every dungeon, and as you're just kind of farming through stuff. Oh, I got some sealed temple stuff to do, and favored dungeon probably. But yeah, I've been using all of my stamina on the events, so I haven't really been spending time in the favored dungeon, unfortunately. I've been trying to get my Anya up to 6-star. We're pretty far away. Also trying to work on Sergius because we're getting close. But we're going to go ahead and pull all these things. But let's start with these prankster gift boxes and see what you can even get in here. You can only pull 10 at a time, so let's see what we get. So we got some summons for some relics, which is pretty cool. Some gold, and then some upgrade materials. So let's see. Oh, I ran out of room. What am I getting here? I guess I ran out of room. All right, let's get in here. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I do feel like I need a lot more space in here, but I don't want to buy it. So it's kind of a weird way to use crystals. But I do think with the crystal consumption event, maybe now's the time. I did move from 1,000 to 1,100, but I want to say it's 100 crystals for every 10, which is kind of a lot. So I don't know that I'm really going to do that too much more. But I can also take all of my gear and sort through the good stuff from the bad stuff, sell off the bad stuff, as well as equip gear on champions. That does take it out of your, takes it out of the pool. So that would be helpful as far as consolidating some space too. Again, we got some gold and then upgrade materials, and then these chests here. I always forget all these chests and what they bring. So these are actually the awakening stones that you get from Sealed Temple. We should be able to get the last 8 done here. This is kind of silly. kind of go through this and some more summons there. And so I gotta say, the Prankster Gifts box, kind of fun. I didn't really know what to expect out of there, but let's move on over to these guys, free up some space on the account. We got a rare for Clementine. At this point on the account, I'm pretty sure there's just 1 or 2 rare relics that I don't have, and everything else is legendary that I'm looking for. So it was pretty that's just on Jared's face in there. He got me stunned. So I'm making some pretty good headway on the account. We're going to take a peek and actually upgrade some champions next. Just kind of go through what I'm working on. But these guys are all turned into tokens that I can then go and spend. And we do have 20 pulls already. I just pulled, what did I pull yesterday? 70? I think I pulled 70 summons yesterday. And I've got 20 more today. This game is super cool with that. I mean, I really enjoy it because you can come in here every single day, do a quick little summoning session. We are 33 away from pity, so not guaranteed anything. But if you saw my video yesterday, that doesn't mean anything because you never know what you're gonna get. But I was really fortunate yesterday, so I don't expect to have crazy luck today with 20 pulls, but we'll take it and see what happens. Get some rares on the account. 3 rares is always good. Got Nicholas there. Let's see who else we got. Frederick and Gareth. You can see all of my uncommons, I'm pretty sure, are now Chivalry level 10. So kind of working through that and getting all those extra tokens in the shard shop. So that's pretty cool. We're moving on here. More rares. Hopefully more than 1. Aw, all right. That's fair. Oh, Cormac. All right. So I got him already, Chivalry level 10. So he'll go up and be, yeah, all of these guys. Look at them. Bam. All of them are 10. So those are all going to be tokens in the shard shop. So yesterday, in all the excitement and all the chivalries and all the legendaries, I completely forgot to go over Vivian's kit. And she's a brand new champion on the account. It's been a while since I've got a brand new champion, so that's probably why I forgot. But Vivian was a great pull. So on her first passive, when using a recovery skill, which she's a healer, so we'll see how many skills she has of recovery, 100% independent chance to grant each steed's favor attack speed increase for 2 turns. So running her along other steeds would be a pretty big benefit, and she's going to speed them up. On her second passive, when using skill 3, 100% chance to reduce all passive cooldowns of each ally that has recovery over time. So as long as they have recovery over time, they're going to reduce their passive cooldowns, which could be pretty big. When you start looking at how some of these kits affect each other, some folks have really nice abilities in their passive, but they do have 3 or 4 turn cooldowns. So when you start bringing those cooldowns down, all of a sudden those big abilities can cycle through more frequently. And then on her third passive here, she's got when an ally is hit, 100% chance to inflict counterattack on the attacker. So I think that reads weird. I'm assuming she puts counterattack on your ally, but that sounds like she's putting counterattack on the attacker of your ally. So, and then they would get counter when they're attacked. So I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming she's not putting counterattack on the enemy because that would be kind of weird. But we'll see. We'll play with her to find out. So she does come with her fire relic here, and the A1 on the fire relic attacks one enemy, damage 34%, pretty small, 60% chance to inflict burn. So she does have the dot damage there. 60% chance is pretty good. Burn, it will go up to 80, so you get 80% chance when she's booked out. And then 100% chance to heal the ally with the lowest HP of 5.7% plus 150. It's pretty standard for an A1. I think Turin, Nika, all of them have that same ability at the 5.7%. But it's going to be helpful, just kind of helping that person with the lowest HP. On her A2, we have 100% independent chance to heal each ally 5.5% of her health, and 100% chance to convert each ally's dot to recovery over time for 2 turns. So that's actually pretty cool here. So max HP recovery will book up to 7.5 here, and then the dot damage. So it's not going to be as big as Nika's heal or even Turin's heal when they do the AoE ability in the heal itself, but the dot conversion to recovery over time is removing the dot, which is huge, especially in specific settings, and then also you get that recovery over time, which is heals every time they start a turn. I'm not sure what the percent, 5%. so they get 5%. So technically they're getting 15% heals versus I think like 11 and maybe 14-ish, somewhere around 13 maybe on those other AoEs. So altogether this is going to be a stronger heal if there are dots available. And if there's multiple dots, then you're going to be getting multiple recovery over time for each dot that the ally has. Not to mention, you're also negating the damage you would have taken from that dot. So this can be extremely strong in the right circumstances. The first thing comes to mind in Gorgos, but I know in some of the Forbidden Dungeon levels, there are some areas where dots come in pretty heavy. And I want to say in Podarge Sanctuary, there's also some dot damage going on there. So this could be incredibly effective there as well. As we move over to the A3, attacks all enemies, so AoE damage, pretty small. Attack plus 2% of her max HP, which you want to build her with max HP because her heals are based on that. 80% chance to inflict burn again, and that will, burn rate 20%, that will go to 100%. So you will have an AoE burn and a single target burn on her A1, so she's doing her own dot damage. And then 100% chance to heal each ally 11% of Vivian's max HP. Wow. So this is a big heal that she's going to drop on the entire team, each ally. And she's doing an AoE attack. So this is kind of similar to what's going on with Nika's kit. Nika actually hits pretty hard, and she's landing a burn. So that my guess is she's not going to hit as hard as Nika. If we compare Nika's ability, I'm just curious if it's hitting that hard. So yeah, she's hitting a little bit harder with 61%. But although that could be booked up as well. What is that? Let's look at that. No, I don't have her booked up, so that could book up from there. But I'd say this is a pretty strong ability. So it's not going to hit quite as hard as Nika does, but Nika actually does quite a bit of damage for a healer. So any damage at all alongside a heal is going to be huge. The only disadvantage I see with Vivian at this time would be you probably want to run all of her skills, which is going to be kind of depleting your vigor all the time. But there will be times when you're not actually in a space where dot damage is happening. In that case, you probably would just skip her A2 and go straight to A3 and A1. And then in the event that there's dots going out, you probably would skip her A3 and go straight to the A2. So I guess there wouldn't really be a situation where you want to run all three at the same time, but she kind of becomes two different healers depending on the team that you're facing. So we're going to get her built out. We want to get her with high HP. Also want to get her with effect accuracy so we can land those dots. And then I'm trying to think what else we'd really focus on for her. But I think that's probably about it if we can get those and then just make her as tanky as possible. So as we look to start building Vivian, I'm going to jump in here. I definitely want to get her in a vigor set because everybody needs a vigor set. I was taking a look at this safeguard set too. With the safeguard set, you get 100% chance to gain a 250% of attack as a shield for 2 turns, which could kind of help her tankiness. The other one that came to mind too would be maybe a life set, which is going to just give her more HP. So that could be something. We could also put her in an accuracy set because getting effect accuracy and making her tanky might be a little tough. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be the best choice for her, and that way we can land those dots. But I don't have anybody in a safeguard set, so that could be, we'll do that and see which way it plays out best. So then we go over here to the helmet. We got a 5-star safeguard here. We got a 4-star. So that could be a good way to go there. Effect resistance, attack speed. Probably want her to be pretty fast, although most of my teams are running Sergius and Morgan, and as fast as they are speeding everybody up, my team speed is kind of irrelevant. But in a team where I'm not running those two, having her attack speed would definitely be beneficial. I do kind of like the 5-star versus the 4-star. I'm trying to move away from all my 4-star gear, but unfortunately, I haven't been able to do it. So let's start with that one, see if it works as we build the team and see how far we can get with that. So here we'd be looking for, we do have a safeguard set here with extra crit rate. On the vigor side of things, It's looking a little bit, I guess we got to do 4-star. At least it's legendary. Effect resistance. What do we got down here for this one? Effect resistance. In fact, before we do this, let's go see if we can forge some good gear for her. So I don't want to put her in a bunch of bad gear and then have to rebuild her. That'd be silly. So we go down here. We go straight to vigor because that's all we ever forge. We do have plenty we can do in the 3 to 4-star, but we want to see 5 to 6. Okay, so I have been stacking up these. I'm trying to think where I'm getting them. I have been rolling through hell mode and trying to beat a lot of that stuff. I've got all the way to the boss, but I can't beat the boss yet. And then I'm trying to go back and do some of the 3-star stuff. But right now, let's go ahead. We're on the Curious here. Let's grab one of these guys, and let's see. We can do a total of 5 pieces. So I guess maybe 1 of each. All right, so when you're crafting these pieces, the thing I'm getting hung up on is these guys have multiple main stats you can get. These all have the same main stat every time. So these ones you're almost guaranteed to get a piece that's going to work for you, whereas these ones you're not. But I think I can make 5 of them. So I think I'm going to go through as I build her and forge the pieces I need where I need them, seeing I only can make 5. So we're going to start here with the chest plate. We're going to make that. We're going to hope for a 6-star. Please be a 6-star. Oh! All right, it's fine. We'll live. We'll go with the 5-star. And then we'll go, if we need to, we can change the substats on that to match what we want for her. I gotta go find her in my list of things down here. She is. All right. Yeah, it was funny when she popped up. She was almost at the very end because of all my chivalries. So I was like, why is my legendary at the very end back here? All right, change of plans. So we are gonna put her in an accuracy set because I think getting effect accuracy and making her tanky is gonna be a challenge. So we're gonna get her in an accuracy set, and then we're also gonna put her in a vigor set. And we do have enough to actually go through and forge quite a few of the accuracy pieces that we want. So we're going to go back into her and see exactly which pieces we need based on what I have, which is kind of, the system, to be honest, is a little bit clunky. I'm not entirely sure how to make it better at this point. I haven't really horsed around with it enough to be able to kind of give suggestions, but it is a little bit clunky. So you come in here, you're going to select the 2 gear sets that you want to do. We want to actually go over here. That way we can temporarily don't get charged every time we put the gear on, just in case we change our mind. So on the helmet, we need either a 5-star vigor helmet or a 5-star accuracy helmet. So that is going to be one of the pieces we need. We have a 5-star. We just made this, so we're going to equip that temporarily. So we're going to need a 5-star either or on the boots. We're gonna need, we have a 6-star here. Let's see, we want this with HP percentage, ideally. That one's flat stat HP. Attack, a lot of attack. Effect accuracy. So we could get effect accuracy here. That probably wouldn't be the worst thing to do. So let's see here. So those are all 5-stars. So let's go ahead and put that on there. Then we'll go into here, and we're looking at a 5-star. What do we got? Attack. We don't want attack. We're going to want HP percentage here. So we have 4-star on that. Now, these are going to be tough because there's so many different main stats we could get. So we have an HP percentage 4-star as a backup plan if we forge something and don't get what we want. But we don't have anything outside of that. I could probably pull a piece of gear off of somebody. Let's look at here. Let's see here. Gawain, Merlin, HP. I'm trying to think if that's a good one for Merlin or not, but I could go that route. Flat stat. We can actually compare those and see by doing the flat stat or the percentage how much more HP you get from percentage. That'd be a good test there. And then the ring, we do have a 5-star here with HP on it. It is flat stat. There's HP percent, 5-star. So the other thing we want with her as a healer is we do want this recovery stat. I don't know if you caught my video putting recovery on Nika. I almost literally doubled her heals by changing her HP main stats to recovery. But we can also get a lot of recovery down here with the belt and the orb. But it would be ideal to get a recovery main stat on the ring. All right, so with this, we're going to craft one of each. So we have 2 chances of getting the main stat we want. on the earrings and the ring, see what we get, and then we'll go back and see what we need to do for the other two. And so this will be a little bit of a process, but we'll get through it. All right, so we're going to start here with a 5/6 star on the effect accuracy in the earrings here. So we're going to craft this, hopefully get a 6 star, and hopefully here we're looking for HP percent would be ideal. We got 5 star. It is legendary, attack percent and attack speed, so it's not a bad piece. Not a bad piece. Okay, and then we're going to go into bigger set, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to craft one, and hopefully we get HP. We got 5 star and attack percent. Well, they're giving us that attack percent. So, and then we're going to go to the ring here, and on the ring we're looking for recovery, and we want to go craft here. Yeah, on the vigor set. It's so hard to come by these materials, you don't want to waste them, so it's just kind of one of those things. So HP percent is a good secondary. We do already have one of those in the 5 star. And then let's get back up into the accuracy set, and we're on the ring, and we'll go here and reveal. So I don't think there's 6 star. Please be recovery. Yes. Okay, so this cleans up what we need to do significantly. So let's jump back over here and take a peek at where we're at. Okay, so by doing that, we basically have solidified where our accuracy pieces are going to go. On the necklace here, we do have the option of going either effect accuracy, or we do have the HP, but it's a flat stat. So depending on how high our effect accuracy goes, to be fair, like, she's really not in there to land dot damage. So I think the HP would probably be the direction to head here, especially with the accuracy going on with the set bonus, but it could be a little too low to function. So if we do go this route, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to need the vigor set on the earrings, and then also on the helmet and the boots. So what we're going to do is we're going to craft both of these pieces to get a minimum of 5 stars on these sets, and then we're going to craft as many of these as we need to, just trying to get the HP percent main stat that we want. All right, so we're back over here. We're at the 5/6 star. We're on the helmet to start. We can only actually make 2 more pieces, so we're going to make a helmet and we're going to make the boots, and I think that's going to be it for what we can actually make. Although we might be able to do the 4 or 5 stars. So let's see what we get here. These ones, we know we can use them because we can change the substats to be whatever we want. But we're hoping for a 6 star. We got a 5. It's so hard to get good gear on your account. It's just so hard. And then boots. This will give us a minimum of 5 star on all of her pieces, which is going to make her probably one of my best players. There's a 6 star piece. We'll take it. Thank you so much. More HP. We will love it. All right, perfect. And then on the earrings, we don't have enough to make those. Let's see if we have enough to do here. So I say we go ahead and we'll just max these out. 10. We can't make 10. You're lying to me. You're lying to me. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to, there you go. I can make 3. I got excited. I was like, I can make 10 of these? I can make 3. So we're going to make 3. Hopefully we get a 5 star. HP percent is what we want. There's a 5 star. Attack, 4 star. Defense, 5 star. Hit accuracy. Okay, well, that's not a bad piece. Neither one of those are bad pieces. We'll take them. Let's see if maybe there's another champion that has HP percent. We can move and they benefit from one of those pieces. All right, so we're back at it. We're going to get this on. We got the 5 star helmet we just made. We're going to put that on there. Move over to the 5 star chest plate we've got. We've got the 6 star boots. Another thing that could be interesting is putting her in a counterattack set, and that way every time she hits her A1, she's also doing healing for that lowest target and putting the dot damage on, which could be pretty beneficial. I think for the time being, we're going to go with the HP. We're going to go with the HP and see where the dust settles with our effect accuracy, and then we'll kind of move on from there. And then we wanted, so here we did not have a good piece. This is where we need to see if we can salvage one somewhere. Okay, so let's go down. Let's see, what does K have? Okay, we have HP on our Nika, but she wants that HP. We do have HP on our Merlin, so that could be something that we could pull from him. I think, and recovery. I think we are going to pull that from Merlin. Oh, no! What happened? I messed it all up. I messed it all up. Told you, it's clunky. It's clunky. I'll figure it out eventually. Eventually we'll get a good setup going on here. So, it just takes time. We were doing this guy, HP, and we were going to do Merlin's earrings equipped temporarily. And then we did have on this ring a 6-star recovery. That was a no-brainer. Okay. So at this point right now, if we take a look at our stats, our effect accuracy is at 30%, which is probably pretty low if we're trying to land any of those dot damages, which kind of makes the recovery set not really worth having. Or excuse me, recovery. Not the accuracy set, not really worth having. HP is low, but these will level up as we actually level the pieces of gear up. So I think we are going to go ahead back here and go to the recovery or effect accuracy, wasn't it? In here? Did I make that up? Effect accuracy, yeah. So we're going to put the effect accuracy piece here, and that way as we level it up, because we are going to do recovery on both of these pieces, so we're not really going to get effect accuracy anywhere else. We can change the substats on these and kind of see what we can get. So I think this is going to be our setup as far as the gear pieces we have. So now if we go into enhance, we want to go ahead and enhance 2 times. See our 2 rolls here. So hit accuracy is probably not the best for her just because she's not really there to do damage. If we could get that in effect accuracy or HP percent, that would be better. So we can leave that at 2. If I roll this again, it's going to give me a 3rd stat, and then I have to shuffle through all of those. So from here with those 2 rolls, I can go over here to change stats. I've got my powder here, and we can change this. Defense percent is good for tankiness. Attack percent, no good. For her, we moved to a flat stat defense, which is unfortunate. Let's see if we can affect resistance. Pretty good. That would help with her tankiness. We really want to get effect accuracy here, or HP percent would be ideal. Crit damage is not really going to be a huge benefit for her. HP, we'll take that. And if we get HP percent here, that'd be huge. Crit damage. Crit rate. That'd be a great piece for somebody else. Let's see here. Effect resistance. We're getting closer. Come on. So the nice thing here is we only have 2 that we're cycling through. So you imagine what if you're playing the RNG trying to go through 3 or 4 sets. We got HP here, so now we would hope to get effect accuracy. Would be a big win right there. Oh, the HP's gone, so now we can get either of them there. Defense percent +2. You know, I really want HP on there, or effect accuracy. There we go. Okay, one more time. That's all it took. Okay, so we got the HP percent. That's going to help with slightly bigger heals. Move on to the chest here, and we're going to go enhance. We're going to take it up 2 levels, so we know where. Again, we got 2 rolls, which is pretty fortunate. We do have HP already on the flat stat. Yeah, we're going to try to get either the other one we'd be looking at would be recovery. So if we come in, so recovery would be good, as well as HP percent or effect accuracy. I'm not entirely sure, like the HP versus HP percent is kind of rough. So if we take a peek at where we're at right here on her HP, I'm going to write it down because otherwise I'm going to forget by the time we get this done. But we're at 12,839, 12,839 HP. So if this does land with HP percent rolls, then we can see what that percentage difference actually is. But let's go ahead and get this. I'm going to roll this up till either I get effect accuracy, HP percent, or recovery in this spot right here. So I said that, and then I just landed attack speed +2. So I think we're going to hold on to that piece because that's actually not a bad roll. Obviously having her fast, if I'm not running her with Sergius and Morgan, it would make a big difference. So we're going to hold on to attack speed on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and roll through these pieces and get everything dialed in the best I can with the gold I have and the powder I have and see where we end up. All right, so we got her built up with the best we can. We were a little bit shy of being able to awaken her 3rd star to get the orb on her. We got a recovery belt going on here with effect resistance and effect accuracy. Doing pretty well there. On the helmet there, we ended up with 2% or 2 roll on a HP percent, which is solid. We got attack speed on the chest plate, on the boots here. Got defense and effect accuracy roll. Could probably actually move her out of this effect accuracy necklace and move her into the HP necklace. But we did get an HP percent roll there. And so we'll kind of see how she's playing out and how big her heals are. If we need to step those heals up, we do have an opportunity here with getting an HP percent earring instead of the flat stat. I'm pretty sure would bring it up. And then also we got recovery on the ring with some attack speed. And then down here we got recovery percent as well with the effect accuracy as one of the sub rolls. So all in all, our stats are pretty decent. We'll get more recovery with the orb as well. But we're looking at a total HP of 15,000, which is actually pretty low, to be honest with you. So maybe moving over to that other would be the way to go. Effect accuracy is all the way up at 74%, almost 75%. And then recovery is at 68% already, and we still have some ways to go on that. So we'll see how this build works for her and how these heals play out. Alright, so we're going to jump into Podar's Sanctuary 6. This is the one I'm currently on, have not beat. We're going to start with Nika here. I just want to see, as far as the heals are concerned, how big we're getting on these heals. And then so we can compare them to what we got going on with Vivian. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of play through here. I just want to do a quick, we'll get to her A3. And on this guy, we are doing 8,800 in heals. So that's kind of the measuring stick that we're putting on here. I actually have not tried Anya in this dungeon, so I'm hoping we can actually beat it. But we'll see how that goes. So we're going to go to forfeit. So just for comparison, we're actually going to leave Nika in the lead role. That way we have the same HP stats to kind of compare apples to apples. But we're going to go through and do the exact same thing again and see where we are when the dust settles. Now again, for her A2 in this space, she's actually faster than Nika. That's pretty cool. For her A2, she's going to be converting dots into recovery over time. And I think that is going to be a huge win for this dungeon. I completely missed it. She attacked and I got excited about the attack. I didn't even look at the heal there. So let's go. We'll run it back again just to make sure that we got everything dialed in here. Let's see here. Smack that with her big A3. She's doing some pretty good damage. I really want to get her fully dialed in. All right, let's pay attention to the heals this time. You guys probably saw it, but I didn't see it. So let's see the heals come in, and we're at 3,400. So significantly less than what Nika's doing in that space. But we are converting dots into recovery over time, which I think could be a major win. And we also need a orb on here to get more recovery out of her. And then I think that we probably should work on getting HP on her necklace as well. So I'm trying to build the team here to see if we can pass this level. We got Morgan, Sergius, Anya. And it's funny, I was looking for Vivian and it's like, I got Guinevere here, I got Charlotte, and then Vivian. And they all look so similar, at least from their little portraits here. So I'm going to go ahead and give this team a shot. Obviously, we have some opportunities with, she's only on level, we haven't even leveled up her relic yet either. Wow, we're going to give it a shot, see what happens. I just want to see if this build is making some headway for us or not. And we'd like to see the ability in effect. So in this case, we do want to use her A2, not her A3, because we are going to be getting, I believe, we're going to be getting those damage over time when we get to the boss. So we're going to set this up just like this, click on auto, and then see how this goes. Shouldn't have any problem in here, I don't think. We got some fairly small heals, but again, those are going to also convert damage over time into heals. Could also be a benefit potentially to run her alongside Nika. So you get the monster heals from Nika, she gets rid of all the dot damage and gets you extra heals. I don't know if you could run Morgan and Sergius because you really wouldn't be doing any damage at that point. It'd probably take forever to beat the boss if you could stay alive. But it could be a strategy that could work. But we'll take a peek and see. You can see on the Sergius Morgan combo, with their speeds up, the enemy never gets a turn. Now I do think that Podar's, the actual boss, is not affected by turn meter manipulation from Morgan. So the boss will continue to get a turn, but all the ads will probably keep their turn meters down and very rarely get a turn with that combination going on. So hopefully we can see how this is going to play out in this space. So you see turn meter all dropped across the board when Morgan did her ability, but Podar's got a chance to go. And we got our big ability coming from Anya. It was not very big. It was very underwhelming. I think sometimes she gets a second hit and sometimes she doesn't. I'm not entirely sure what happens, but we'll see if Vivian can keep all of them actually topped off with health. Because if she can, that's going to be kind of pretty telling as far as whether or not she's going to be viable here. But I do think, obviously, we do have some headway to make on her gear so that she can actually do some better heals than what she's doing right now. But so far, she's able to kind of keep leveled up a little bit. These heals are coming actually pretty small, to be honest. So we really need some dot damage to come in here and convert that. So right here we have over time, the heal over time that did help bring Morgan back up. I'm trying to see if we have any others coming in. I think this is a dot damage. We just lost Anya. This is early. Oh man, this team needs work. Oh, it's brutal. All right. Well, yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got. So it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. But I think that's about what I got for you today. I was hoping to have more success with that, but unfortunately I can't get Awakened to get that orb on her. I think those extra stats would be big. We could also roll through her relic and start measuring that up and getting that dialed in too. But I think we've taken enough time working on Vivian. I appreciate you sticking with me all the way to the end. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please do so. It means the world to me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.